Yeah, she's a real hoser. Real hoser, but probably a good girl once you get to know her.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Alright, boy Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here. Alright, you ever have one of those days where you're just not in the mood, okay? Not in the mood to paint. You kind of just don't care, you just go with the flow. I'm having one of those days today, okay? And then I have this vehicle here, it's a hood and full roof. They had to strip it all the way down, prime it, and yeah. And today's one of those days, I'm tired, it's hot. And so I was looking through my box, I'm like, what's the fastest gun I got that can just pound some paint on this thing and get it done, okay? Not sloppily, still doing a good job, but what's the gun that I can get something on here fast, okay? And it's almost lunchtime, I got like 45 minutes. So I would like to just do the whole thing and be done in 45 minutes. So, going through my box, and I remember that Porphis had sent me out this PC415, okay? Has on here primer. The primer gun, pretty gun, very pretty gun. And this is equipped with a 1.8 tip, okay? 1.8. Now, I've never sprayed with the gun is still brand new. But I'm like, okay, 1.8? Now, that breaks all rules of painting top surfaces, you know, base coat, clear coat, things like that. But that's what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna try it out and see if I can blast out some paint with this thing, all right? 1.8 tip. It's probably my first time ever doing something like this, but I'm not in the mood. I'm tired today. I just painted 3 cars sitting out in the shop there, and I'm ready to eat lunch, go home. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna take this gun here and see if their so-called primer gun is good enough to put down some base and clear. Not even just base, silver metallics, okay? I believe the code is 423. So we'll check it out and see what's what, man. So I'm gonna go mask up, mix up, and we'll get to it.
And these are just a couple of the jobs that I mentioned. I was out in the shop spraying, which is why I was a little tired, okay? Yeah, so I got 2 over here in the prep area. And then there's one also over where the body man works. Okay, I had 3 set up. Actually 4 set up. This bed cover for a Dodge Ram, that as well. But yeah, so I was spraying. So that's what it was, man. It's one of those days, you know. We all have them. And if you say you've never had one, then you're a damn liar. So, what we're gonna do? Okay, let's see what my settings are. 3 turns out on the fluid, and this knob, this is that was just air. Okay, air is wide open. Now the fan wide open, and then a quarter turn in. Pressure 2, 22. I believe I bumped it up. Yeah, bumped it up a little. Okay, 2, 4, 24. Yeah, being that it's a 1.8 bigger hole, so you're gonna need more pressure. Pretty obvious. Like if it was a 1.2, smaller hole, more atomization, less pressure. But yes, so Porphis sent me out this gun, and indeed it is a primer gun. It's labeled as a primer gun, but today it is a base coat gun, a coarse metallic spray gun, as well as a clear coat gun. And as you see, I'm pouring it on heavy, wet, double coating it. Don't mind the streaking, that's just because it's wet. Sprayed with a slow activator. Sorry, reducer. Sprayed with a slow reducer. So yeah, it will take a little while for those solvents to gas off and those lines to disappear, but they will disappear. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I was digging through my box, trying to find something to just speed through. You know, big roof. Yeah, I just wasn't in the mood. Just one of those days. No excuses. But so saw the gun there. I'm like 1.8. Okay. It was either this or I was gonna grab the Segola. The Segola 4600 base coat gun, and then possibly the Hex for clear. But get it all done in one shot, one gun. No. Even being in this type of mood, even the last thing I wanted to do was clean an extra gun, you know? So the one gun was perfect. And if the gun can spray base coat, metallics, clear coat, good, then of course it can spray primer. Many of you guys know I don't do much of the prepping, so I rarely ever have to spray primer unless my prepper starts to do something where she goes AWOL and I have to teach her something. But other than that, yeah, she's pretty on top of everything. Keeps me busy, keeps me spraying, so you know. So yeah, I was like, when would be a time I would get to actually spray this gun for primer? And it would be a while. Like I wouldn't, you know, the gun would probably sit there. So, like, let me see. And it was fast. It's fast and it's accurate, you know. When I say accurate, the gun does atomize fairly well. I'm not going to say it atomizes like a 1.2 or 1.3 in, you know, in a Porphis lineup. No, it doesn't. But it gets the material on there quick. I finished this job. In time I went to lunch, 45 minutes. So you guys that have sprayed metallics before, you know, including all of the flash times between base. I think I put 2 coats of base and a drop coat. So flash times in between that. 2 coats of clear. Flash time in between that. So to get all of that done within 45 minutes, I still went to lunch. Pretty good. Pretty good. Then after this, I also sprayed that pickup truck bed cover. I did that as well. I just threw that in at the end of this video because it was next. When I came back from lunch, I had to spray it anyway. And again, a big panel, and I just wasn't in the mood, so I used this same gun. And I tell you, it knocked everything out quick. So I think I'm gonna just keep this gun tucked on the side for jobs that, are big, and I just want high transfer just to get the material on there when I'm not really looking to glass out something, just to get the material on and get the car down the road. Okay. Okay, checking for coverage. Again, first time spraying with it. Don't really know how the transfer efficiency is. I mean, it looks like it's putting down a lot of material. And true enough, it was. 2 coats and we're pretty much covered. So after this, I'll go with my drop coat. And we'll do the drop coat at 1, 5, and 2 is 7. So 17 PSI. If you look right in the middle of the hood, down towards the front, right there was a little, like a dirt nib. I nibbed out with 1,000. So I'm basically gonna do another drop coat. Actually, I think 2 more, just to make sure those scratches are covered from the 1,000 grit that I used to take out the dirt nib. I think also, even after I do my drop coat on the roof, I'm gonna come back just to give another drop coat over that hood, just to make sure those scratches are gone. You know, anytime you guys are sanding on your base for dirt nibs, you know, to get a cleaner job, anytime you're spraying silvers, always give an extra couple coats after you do your scuffing. Because trust me, it'll look like those things are covered. Like you take your 1,000, your 800, whatever you use, it'll look like they're covered. You may put 1 coat, 2 coats, and okay, it's good. But then once you clear it and you get it out in the sun, that's when you see scratches are still there. So always give at least another, I want to say 3 coats, even if that's including a drop coat. But on silvers, whenever you scuff that base to get the dirt nibs out, always go over it. Now even there, it looks good. You know, there's no modeling, there's no striping, there's the little scuff mark. 1, 4, and 4, 8, 18 PSI. So I went from 17 up to 18. Gonna back up a little bit more off the panel. And again, I'm simply doing this because of the one little spot that I sanded out with 1,000. It looks good. I can't see anything, but it's happened dozens of times. Okay. You think it's good? 30 PSI with the clear. 30 PSI. Yeah, you think that it's clear. I'm saying clear. You think that it's covered, and when you get it out in the sun, you'll see it. You'll see it. And it may look to you like, okay, it's a 1.8. He's not moving all that fast. No, it's dumping out clear. I'm just purposely moving slow because I just want to get enough material on there. Heavy. And especially on flat panels, hood, roof, you know, you want them extra wet. So I could move a little faster, but I'm intentionally pouring it on. So yeah, you may be, you know, in the market for something like this, whether it be a primer gun or simply a spray gun that you can just get through some big jobs, you know, quick. And this will be it. Especially those jobs, the ones that you're gonna cut and buff. Like this would really be ideal for some of that stuff where you just want to get the color on. Like back in the days when I used to do a lot of candy jobs on big old 1970, I'm talking about big old cars. the whole thing is going to get cut and buffed, wet sanded down to the bone. So you're not trying to get a glass finish off the gun, because it's never going to go that way. Okay, so this would be something that you would use for that. Get the base on, get the base on, get the candy on, get the clear on. You just need the material on there. A few days later, you're going to cut and buff the whole thing down anyway. But this will save you hours in the spray booth. Those type of jobs, you're in the paint booth for 5-6 hours on one car. So, it has its place other than primer. The second coat of clear. And surprisingly, for a 1.8, it had fair atomization. You think something like that, 1.8 for primer, all you think is just an open tip dumping material, which is normally what primer guns are to do, to transfer material from the gun to the panel. Primer gun isn't really ideally meant to atomize paint. You're just transferring material that's going to get sanded down anyway. But something told me that this Porphis gun would still atomize pretty good. And you'll see the finished results. It really did. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and ride out to this clear coat. I'm going to put on some tunes. Also, I included the bed cover after this video, so stick around to that if you'd like, so you can see how the gun performs on a different color. Nice copper ram color. And that's that. So I'm crank up some tunes and let you guys rock out to this clear coat application. Peace.
All right, we got it done. This is what we're looking like. So, yeah, I mean, it got it done. Ain't too bad, nothing crazy for a 1.8, you know. May not be the slickest of the slickest, but I mean, hey, it's okay. It just goes to show you, man, you guys, any gun, a primer gun, you know, any gun, you can get good results, you know. And yes, the sucker was fast, so extremely fast, putting out a lot of material and knocked it out 1, 2, 3. You know, sometimes you just don't want to sit there and, you know, the little fine tip and so atomized and so perfect and so, like, sometimes you just want to fly through stuff, you know. See, I didn't even wet the floor. Like today, I didn't even wet the floor. You know, spraying jobs all out there on the other side in the prep area, in the body textile, I'm painting, like just painting everywhere. And sometimes you're just gonna get through this stuff, man, and knock work out, and, you know, so the owner can collect some money and you collect some money, and ain't nothing funny, you know. But yeah, so very good, man, very good. Porphis, every time. Porphis never misses. They never miss, I tell you, man. So yeah, the PC 415 primer gun. Okay, we know it can definitely shoot some primer, so, but now you know it can do a great job on metallics, even metallics, no striping, no streaking, no modeling, no nothing. Got a little bit of dirt in this one. I'll nib those out, like 10 pieces of dirt there. But yeah, that's it. All right, so link will be in the description, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Okay, so this is after lunch, right out in front of the booth. Did a good job, surprisingly. Because it was 1.8. But yeah, no striping, no model, no nothing. Heard the boss? That looks good. Hell yeah. I heard him. Do me a favor, bring it around the front. Yeah, so the boss likes it. Customer loved it. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, man. Did that thing in like 40 minutes. So definitely something for you guys to check out. See the roof, flat. No lines, nothing, no peel, flat. Quick, fast, out the door. Same day. So now I'm going to run the bed cover, play the tunes, let you guys just sit through that if you want. You know, that was just something I threw in extra. Peace. Just an FYI, the customer did bring his own shitty wavy bed cover. So that ain't on us. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about Wuhan's finest. Hey, but if you made it to the end, much appreciated. Links will be in the description for the spray gun, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.